My name is Seth Melbourne, and I'm a senior at Bowling Green State University. It is an amazing feeling to be standing here to introduce the President of the United States to you guys. This campus means so much to not only us, but especially my family. My older brother graduated last May, and I'm going to be graduating this year as well. My younger brother and sister also attend the university, and they are freshmen. But a college education wasn't always in the cards for any of us. Most of you have been there wondering if the cost of higher education could keep you from attending college. I know we have. My grandparents were migrant workers, and my dad worked incredibly hard to get our family to where it is today. But being in a working class family is just not that easy. So when we got our Pell Grant scholarships, he reminded us it was no small blessing to live in a country that believed education was not a privilege for the few, but a right for the many. President Obama gets that to his core. He and the First Lady have been where we are today, worried about college costs and how they were going to pay off their loans, which they recently have finished. Not only has the President doubled the value of Pell Grant scholarships, he's making sure that no more than 10% of our monthly income can go back to paying these loans. That means more freedom and opportunity to pursue our dreams and secure our futures. That's a far cry from what Mitt Romney's selling. And in Youngstown, Columbus, he told students who couldn't afford to start a business or attend college to shop around or borrow money from their parents. He would roll back President Obama's student loan reforms, slash Pell Grants, and eliminate a college tax credit that helps millions of students like us get through college and secure our futures. It's no wonder Mitt Romney says he doesn't care about half of Americans, that he believes college students and working class families don't take personal responsibility or look for government handouts. That could not be further from the truth, and it's just one more sign of how out of touch Mitt Romney is. We don't want a president who writes off half of America before he gets to office. We want and have a president who will fight for all of us. October 2nd, next Tuesday. The deadline is around the corner, so go to gottavote.com. That's GOTTA vote.com and find out how to register and where you can vote early. Don't forget, you have to vote. And do not forget, lastly, we have a president who will not count us out. He stands by us, and he believes in what we can achieve moving forward together. So let's give him a big Bowling Green welcome.
Explain what was going on with his arm? So Seth was playing, I think, ultimate frisbee. That's what it was. He was playing ultimate frisbee. He went up. He was going to make this amazing touchdown, and he had the frisbee, and somebody cut him under his legs. Cut out from under. It is clear replacement refs were in the game. He broke his wrist. He was supposed to get it set yesterday, but he didn't want to miss this. So when he came up here, his wrist was not yet set. And he's going to have to go to the hospital afterwards to get his wrist set. Now, I just want to make the point that if Seth can come up here with a broken wrist, then there is not a student here who cannot get registered and make sure they get no excuses. You gotta play through injuries, Falcons. I love you guys. It's great to be here with your next Congresswoman, Angela Zimmerman. I'm thrilled to be with all of you. And unless you live under a rock, or your cable is busted, you may have noticed that there's an election going on here in Ohio. By the way, those of you guys who have seats, feel free to sit down. I'm going to be talking for a while. And those of you who don't, make sure to bend your knees, because sometimes people faint. Not because I'm so excited, but just because you've been standing there. So there's an election going on here in Ohio. And in case you're wondering what kind of impact that's having, I was talking to my campaign manager. He was meeting with this couple who had this adorable 4-year-old son named Sammy. And they were very proud that Sammy knew what was going on, and there was a picture of me up on the wall, and the parents said, "Who's that, Sammy?" And Sammy said, "That's Barack Obama." And then the parents asked, "And what does Barack Obama do?" And Sammy thinks for a second, he says, "He approves this message." That's what I do. I approve this message. In Ohio, that's because starting on October 2nd, which is just 6 days from now, you get to start voting. You can register to vote all the way up until October 9th, but if you're already registered, you can start voting in 6 days. And this is important because you've got a big choice to make. And it's not just a choice between two parties or two candidates. It is a choice between two fundamentally different paths for America. Two fundamentally different choices for our future. My opponent and his running mate are big believers in top-down economics. They basically think that if we just spend another $5 trillion on tax cuts that favor the very wealthiest. Don't move. Vote. But the theory is these tax cuts for the folks at the top, then prosperity and jobs will rain down on everybody else. Deficit will magically go away, and we will live happily ever after. There's only one problem. We just tried this during the last decade, during the previous presidency. It didn't work. Top-down economics never works. The country doesn't succeed when only the rich get richer. We succeed when the middle class gets bigger. And more people have a chance to get ahead. More people have a chance to live up to their God-given potential. Look, I don't believe we can get very far with leaders who write off half the nation as a bunch of victims who never take responsibility for their own lives. And I've got to tell you, as I travel around Ohio and as I look out on this crowd, I don't see a lot of victims. I see hard-working Ohioans. We've got students who are trying to work their way through college. We've got overtime to raise their kids. By the way, your outstanding president of this institution, Bowling Green, charming woman, really smart. We were talking because we both were raised by single moms. And she was telling a story about how her mom worked at a resort in West Virginia. But she was doing the hard work. Ended up raising one college president and one federal judge. That's what we believe about the economy. When you give folks a chance. I see in this audience senior citizens who've been saving for retirement their entire lives. Veterans who served this country so bravely. Soldiers who are today defending our freedom. So let's get something straight in case anybody's confused. We don't believe that anybody's entitled to success in this country. We don't believe government should be helping people who refuse to help themselves. But we do believe in something called opportunity. We do believe that hard work should pay off. We do believe in an America where everybody gets a fair shot and everybody's doing their fair share and everybody's or what your last name is, or who you love.